Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over a potential wildcard draft for Game Week 7. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the goalkeepers and the defenders for a Game Week 7 wildcard draft. And I know instantly you're going to be looking at Chalobah, so I'll talk about him first. He is currently suspended from Game Week 7, but I don't think you'd be really playing him in that game anyway. Liverpool at home is quite a tough fixture, but then after that, Chelsea have a very, very good fixture run, and he's only out for Game Week 7. He'll be back for Game Week 8, 9, 10, etc. And they've got Forest away, Sunderland at home, Spurs away, Wolves at home. For 5.2 mil to get into that Chelsea defence, I think is a decent enough trade. And he's also been a ridiculous goal threat this season so far as well. His numbers are actually very, very good. He's gotten 2 goals and an assist already in 6 game weeks, and obviously he was sent off in game week 6, so technically 5 games really. So he's absolutely on fire. So I know that obviously that red flag is really off-putting, but you just bench him for game week 6 and then you just play him for game week 7 going forward. I think he's a very, very good pick and a very good way to get into that Chelsea defense. So I wanted to quickly talk about him because I know a lot of people would not be too happy about seeing that on a wildcard draft. Let's talk about the goalkeepers. Very basic. Raya and Dubravka. I just don't think there's really any other combination you can go with on a wildcard draft in Game Week 7. Raya's got West Ham at home, Fulham away, Crystal Palace at home, Burnley away, and then Sunderland away. And then Dubravka has Villa away, Leeds at home, Wolves away, Arsenal at home, and then West Ham away. But you're going to be playing Raya every week anyway. The only day I'd potentially play Dubravka over Raya is when Dubravka has Leeds at home and Raya has Fulham away. But even then, I probably still wouldn't do it. But yeah, there's not really a goalkeeper combination that I'd go with over those two. So those are the goalkeepers. Already spoken about Chalobah, and then we've also gone Rodon, Burn, Senesi, and Gabriel as well. So there's no Tarkowski on this wildcard draft. Everton's fixtures are all right, but Palace at home, which is a tough fixture. They've got City away, Spurs at home. Some pretty tough fixtures coming up for Everton, especially from a defensive point of view. They do then have Sunderland away, which is a great fixture, but you've got enough money in the bank if you want to bring Tarkowski in after those 3 tough fixtures. When he does have Sunderland away, you can do so because you've got a Dan Burn that you can just transfer. You've got Chalobah if that's not going well, then you can transfer him out for Tarkowski. So I just think that over the next few fixtures, I don't think Tarkowski is super essential. Anderson is another one of those players as well. Like, yes, he's good for DEFCON, but his fixtures are so bad going forward over like the next 3. It's just not really worth it. But yeah, gone Rodon, Burn, Senesi, Gabriel. So doubling up on that Arsenal defense. A lot of people are going to go double Arsenal attack and then 1 Arsenal defender. There's not really any right answer. It's just how you kind of feel Arsenal are playing at the moment. I think they're much better defensively than going forward. They're not scoring a crazy amount of goals. Whether that changes now the fixture is obviously a lot better, we'll have to wait and see. But Arsenal have always been very, very good at the back, and I think I'm just gonna go with what I know and think that yeah, double Arsenal defense is the better version, because we don't also even know who's on penalties. Like, it could still be Saka, could be Gyökeres now. So again, there's a little bit of that. Eze's a good pick, but what are his minutes like? There's just a lot of uncertainty around that forward line. So that's why I've gone for the double Arsenal defense. Senesi is just a must-have. I think he's just the best defender to own in the game as of right now. DEFCON machine. The fixtures are still all rightish. Fulham at home, Palace away, and then Forest at home coming up in the next 3. They do then have City and Villa away, which are a little bit more tricky, but again, you don't have to play him in those fixtures. And then I've also gone Dan Burn as well, just because the Newcastle fixtures are pretty nice going forward. Forest at home, Brighton away, Fulham at home, West Ham away, and then Brentford away. Dan Burn is obviously a menace on set pieces with his height. I don't think there's anything wrong going with him, but like I say, if it doesn't work out, you can always trade him for a Tarkowski or someone like that. But yeah, those are my Game Week 7 defenders and goalkeepers that I would potentially put on a wildcard draft. Moving on, let's take a look at the Game Week 7 wildcard midfield. It hasn't really changed a ton from the wildcard draft that people have been speaking about in Game Week 6 and Game Week 5, etc. It is Semenyo, Njai, Reinders, Sarr, and Paquetá as well. So Semenyo, again, speaks for himself. having a ridiculous season. I think he's the top scoring midfielder so far in FPL. Again, there has only been 6 game weeks, but he has been very, very good. Njai is there as well. Some, like I say, all-rightish fixtures coming up on penalties. That's the main reason he is there. But he's also not like... I watched the game last night against... who did they play? Against West Ham. I feel like they're passing the ball way too much. I just feel like Everton players just aren't shooting enough, especially Grealish as well. Grealish is really bad for it. He's not greedy enough. He's always trying to make that pass, which is fair enough. But yeah, they're just always trying to walk the ball in, and they just need to be shooting more. But I don't know. That's just kind of what I was thinking watching that game. But Njai, like I say, on penalties, 6.5 mil. He's going to be playing pretty much 80 to 90 minutes every single fixture. Don't mind him at all. Reinders as well. Again, just another Man City player that just seemingly is playing every single game. Hasn't been crazy in regards to returns lately, but he's so cheap. And the City fixtures, they're all right, but they do have Liverpool and Villa in the next 5, which are a little bit unfortunate. But I mean, after that, the fixtures are just absolutely ridiculous. I've also gone for Sarr as well. Now he's back, scored against Liverpool, should have got an assist as well. Crystal Palace should have scored, like, say, 4 or 5 goals in that first half, and Sarr was a big part of that. And I think now he's back. I think he's a solid option. Only 6.4 mil. Even if you're not on wildcard, if you have like Kudus or someone like that, after the Leeds game, maybe you switch to a Sarr. I just think he's absolutely solid. And then Paquetá, even though he's got Arsenal away this week, after that, the West Ham fixtures are a lot better. Obviously, under Nuno, on penalties, I think he's going to be a good option going forward after this Arsenal away fixture. But you wouldn't play him this week anyway. You'd play Semenyo, Njai, Reinders and Sarr. And I mean, you could play Paquetá if you wanted to, but you're probably going to play double Arsenal defense this week, so it just doesn't really seem very like a very good option, really. But yeah, Paquetá, Sarr, Reinders, Njai, Semenyo. That is the midfield I've gone for. It's a very, very cheap midfield. Like I say, there's no players in this midfield that are over over 8 mil, which is crazy because you've got the likes of Salah, Foden. I'd like Foden in this draft. Like, you can get to Foden if you wanted to, but with Foden's minutes, you just don't know if he's going to be locked in, and that's the kind of main thing that's putting me off. Whereas Reinders, you know, he's pretty much going to be playing every single game, or he has done so far. He hasn't been benched yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But either way, those are the midfielders for a Game Week 7 wildcard draft. Finishing things off, let's take a look at the forwards. We've gone for João Pedro, who is currently a doubt for the Liverpool game, which is a bit of a worry. Obviously, after the Liverpool game, just as I said for Chalobah, the fixtures are very, very good. Forest away, Sunderland at home, Spurs away, and then Wolves at home, should I say. And you want him for those fixtures, especially with Palmer out. Like, we don't know how long Palmer's out. It's like 3 to 6 weeks or something. It's just a rough estimate. So João Pedro is going to be sort of the main goal threat. And I know he's not really been getting anything over the last couple of fixtures, but you got to think they've had 2 reds over the last couple of fixtures, which just automatically depletes the amount of attacking you can do in a game, because you just defend him for the rest of the game. Unless it's like City against, I don't know, like Burnley. If they got a red, they'd still be attacking. But you know what I mean? Like with Chelsea, the fixtures they had, they couldn't really do too much about it. You know, Sanchez getting sent off, Chalobah getting sent off. There's only so much attacking you can do. He is a doubt, though, like I say, which is a shame. I think he'll be fine for the Liverpool game, but, you know, we'll wait and see. But he's not, that's not the fixture you're really bringing him in for. You bring him in for the fixtures after that. Haaland picks himself, and then, yeah, Gyökeres picks himself as well. Another player that hasn't really been doing too much, but, like I say, the Arsenal fixtures haven't been ideal. And now there's just a sea of green fixtures ahead of them. So I think, yeah, I think Arsenal player, I think the triple up is just, you have to do it. Like the best fixture run that you can get right now, and Arsenal are one of the best teams in the league right now as well. So yeah, that's the Game Week 7 wildcard. I do also like the Enzo Fernandez pick as well, especially because he's on penalties whilst Palmer's out. But like I say, the Liverpool at home fixture isn't ideal. You could just transfer him in for, I don't even know, somebody like maybe a Reinders or something like that if you wanted to, when Enzo's fixtures do get a lot better. But as of right now, there's just not really anybody jumping out at me for the midfield, really. Like, there's 2.7 mil in the bank, but I just don't know really where I would spend it. Like, you could have Van Dijk maybe instead of Burn if you wanted to, which again it's not a terrible transfer to have. But he's got Chelsea away, and then he's got Man United at home, Brentford away, Villa at home, City away. The fixtures aren't really that good from a defensive player. And for 6 mil, I just don't really think it's it's a necessity, really. Like, if you're going to be bringing any Liverpool player in, it's going to be somebody like Mo Salah, but he's just too expensive. So apart from him, there's just not really anybody that I like the look of. So that's why I went for Chalobah instead. But yeah, like I say, it's weird because the midfield is just so cheap. If you wanted to go a little bit different, you could go Foden or something instead. But like I say, with his minutes being a little bit all over the place, just don't know how that's going to go. So yeah, that's kind of the wildcard draft I went with. Like I say, if you were going to go Saka and Gyökeres instead of Gabriel and Raya, then obviously that would be a bit where a bit of your money goes. But do you really want to trust Saka's minutes if he's not on penalties? It also is really bad for him. Obviously, Madueke being out is good for his minutes, but like I say, maybe Eze is a better option. It would have been nice if we saw who if that penalty wasn't overturned in the last fixture for Arsenal against Newcastle, because then you would have seen who took the pen, because obviously Gyökeres and Saka were both on the pitch. But I don't know, we'll wait and see. That's the wildcard draft that I've come up with though for Game Week 7. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.